Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan, Chapter 5, Christian and Faithful. Faithful is joined by Christian. Now Christian ascended a little mound which had been made that pilgrims might see the road ahead. Then he saw Faithful on the road. He shouted, "Ho, ho, wait, and I'll go with you." He saw Faithful look back. "Wait," Christian cried, "till I catch up." But Faithful answered, "No, I have an enemy on my trail, and I must not lose any time." This put Christian on his mettle, and putting out all his energy, he soon caught up with Faithful, and being elated, was past him. Then Christian turned and smiled with a little vainglory because he had gotten ahead of his brother. But not watching his steps, he stumbled and fell, and being a little fatigued, he could not get up immediately. Then Faithful came and helped him to his feet. Christian said, "My honored and well-beloved Faithful, I am so glad to see you and glad that God has tempered our spirits that we can walk together in this wonderful way." Faithful responded, "My dear friend, I wanted to have your company from the very first when I left our town, but you had gotten too much of a start on me and I had to come all these miles alone." Christian said, "How long did you stay in the city of destruction after I left?" Faithful tells of gossip back home. Faithful said, "Till I could stay no longer, for soon after you left, there was a lot of talk that our city would be, in a short time, be burned to the ground by fire from heaven." "What? Did your neighbors talk that way?" "Yes, for a while it was all the talk of the neighborhood." Christian said, "If they talked that way, why did no one else but you leave the place to escape the dangers?" "Well, there was much talk about the report, yet I did not think they believed it was true, for in the heat of the discussion, I heard them adversely criticizing you for leaving the town at so inappropriate time on such a risky journey. Yet I believed and still believe that the report is true, that the city will be destroyed by fire and brimstone from heaven." Christian, did you hear any of them speak of neighbor Pliable? "Yes, Christian, I heard that he followed you to the Slough of Despond, whereas some said he fell in, though he did not want that known. Yet I am sure it happened because he had that kind of dirt on him." "And what did his neighbors say to him?" "Oh, they all condemned him. Some despised and mocked him, and scarcely any of them would have anything to do with him. He is now 7 times worse off than if he had never left the city." "But why should they be so hard on him, since they themselves despise the road he forsook?" "Oh, they said, 'Hang him, he's a turncoat. He was not true to his profession.' This seems to be one of the evil quirks of human nature, to condemn others for things you do yourself." Christian said, "Did you have occasion to talk with him any before you left?" "No, I met him on the street one day, but he crossed over to the other side as if he were ashamed of what he had done, so I did not say anything. Well, at first I had hopes of that fellow, but now I fear he will perish with the city, for it has happened to him according to the true Proverbs, which says, 'The dog is turned to his vomit again, and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.'" Faithful said, "Those are my fears for him too, but who can hinder that which will be?" Christian said, "Well, tell me, neighbor Faithful, what happened to you on the way?"